Even though it's still early on in 2021, we've already seen a lot of celebrities getting cancelled, exposed, and dragged through the mud. Celebrities like Nicki Minaj, Armie Hammer, and JoJo Siwa have already started the year off getting berated by angry fans, so why not take a look at those scandals as we count down the top 10 celebrities who got exposed in 2021. At number 10, Jeffree Star. The year simply cannot unfold without some kind of controversy from Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, or Trisha Paytas. Lucky for us, they've begun the first feud early on, so we have something to talk about, and surprisingly, it doesn't include Trisha Paytas offending people. I know, surprising. Trish is actually the one who's done the exposing of none other than Jeffree Star. Recently, Trisha exposed Jeffree and his former hairstylist, Hair by Jade, for bullying her while they were on a trip to Las Vegas last year. Trisha said that while on that trip, she was fat-shamed and made fun of for her hair and skin as well. She exposed Jeffree for being a bad friend, but that's not the only person who had something negative to say about Jeffree's treatment of his friends. Jeffree's former friend, DJ Oscar Wilde, also spoke out recently, saying that Jeffree was making plans to cut ties with Shane Dawson during a time when Shane needed a friend most, and Wilde also went on to expose Jeffree for making mean comments about Nikita Dragun and her candle. Seems like Jeffree is off to a bad start, but it's fine since he's got enough money to buy himself some new friends anyway. At number 9, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has been exposed for stealing music, and now she's being sued for over $200 million. This all comes after fellow rapper Brinks Billions alleged that Nicki stole his song Rich Sex and pawned it off as her own. The lawsuit states that Brinks had been friends with Nicki since 2007, and so in confidence, he let Nicki listen to his take on the song. Later on, however, the rapper went on to say that Nicki's version of the song was, quote, 95 to 99% of his original song. The suit states that just because he let Nicki listen to his music, that didn't mean that she could steal it, and even so, he wasn't credited for the song she released. But this seems to be a trend with Nicki, and Brinks also states that he is suing the rapper for royalties that he's owed for producing, writing, and composing the song I Endorse These Strippers, since he was never paid in full. Seems like Nicki is in some hot water very early on in the year. Before I continue, I just want to ask you guys to consider leaving a like on this video if you're enjoying it so far, because your support really means a lot to us, so show us those thumbs up. At number 8, Cole Kerrigan. YouTube beauty guru Cole Kerrigan was involved in quite the scandal this year after he was dragged into the drama surrounding Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's failing marriage. There was a rumor going around that alleged that Kanye had cheated on Kim with a beauty guru, but after some people started thinking that the rapper was sleeping with Jeffree Star, Cole's name came into the mix and he pretty much just ran with it. Soon Cole was making TikTok sort of going along with the theory that he was the one who was seeing Kanye. The one TikTok that caused his ruse to blow up in his face was one where he claimed that he had been in contact with one of Kanye's bodyguards and alleged that he was sort of the one to talk to get in touch with Kanye. Well, none of that was true, and one of Kanye's bodyguards actually exposed Cole for lying about it when they sent Cole a cease and desist letter saying, quote, "As you know, these images are not authentic and statements you made are completely and entirely false. In fact, our client hereby denies ever meeting you, speaking with you, and more broadly, even knowing your identity prior to January 7th, 2021. As such, our client denies in the strongest terms all of these false and defamatory statements involving his name and likeness," end quote. The original rumor was ended, and so was this one, and now those involved in the drama are now involved with lawyers. At number 7, Azealia Banks. Everyone has what they're into, but definitely no one was expecting something as disturbing as Azealia Banks' pastimes. In the past, the rapper has been exposed for practicing witchcraft and performing certain rituals, but things escalated recently. Azealia posted a video to her Instagram. It was believed that she was doing some kind of ritual after she also posted a now deleted photo which showed things like feathers, money, and other objects. Some people knew about her practices and many others do now, so when this bizarre headline made news, it was a huge deal. Azealia sort of exposed herself for these practices and seemingly lost some supporters because of it. At number 6, JoJo Siwa. JoJo Siwa is known online for being super family friendly and unproblematic. Her demographic contains mostly young kids, so she strives to present herself as PG as possible. As some of you may know, JoJo sells a lot of merchandise. From ice cream to bows, she's got it all, so it wouldn't come as a surprise to find out that she's got a board game. Well, at least she did have a board game. She was forced to stop manufacturing and selling her JoJo's Juice game after her company was exposed for the game's content. Apparently, this game that included task cards like Truth or Dare contained some inappropriate tasks. Since this game is intended for players 6 years old and up, a lot of parents weren't pleased with the content of this game and demanded accountability. Even though JoJo released a statement saying that not all things are run by her and that she didn't know about these cards, she was still exposed for her brand being seen as inappropriate, even if she herself is not. At number 5, Nikita Dragun. Even though we are still caught in the midst of a global pandemic, it is still advised for people to wear a mask and social distance, and some people are still breaking the rules. This is the case with beauty YouTuber Nikita Dragun because she was caught and exposed for going maskless in an elevator while she was in Miami for a New Year's Eve party. The influencer was exposed on TikTok where fans posted a video of their encounter with her. The fans asked for a photo with her before she was caught, saying that people would get mad at her for not wearing a mask. Well, they did, and she was dragged for it. Lately, so many celebrities have been getting dragged for not being a good role model for their fans during this time, and Nikita was definitely one of them. So not only did she get exposed for attending a party during a pandemic, but also for not wearing a mask. Bad decisions. This all went down in Florida, and though there are no rules in place, it's still advised to wear a mask for your own safety and the protection of others. At number 4, Onision. After an in-depth 3-part docuseries was released on Discovery+, YouTuber Onision has been exposed to the world for his inappropriateness online and with women in his life. In 2019, Chris Hansen launched an investigation into Onision's past, as well as a number of allegations of various things against him and his partner Kai. Though some were aware of his antics that have been going on for years online, this series brought more attention to the matter, and he's certainly been exposed. As a result of the docuseries, YouTube removed Onision from the YouTube Partner Program, and so he's no longer eligible for monetization on any of his accounts. And since YouTube is one of his primary sources of income, this is bound to greatly affect him. Finally, the voices of his victims are being heard, and though he's just being exposed now, I'm sure this won't be the last we hear of him. At number 3, Charli D'Amelio. Much like Nikita Dragun, who I mentioned earlier, Charli D'Amelio, as well as her sister and a group of other TikTok stars, were exposed for going against COVID protocols. Charli was exposed for traveling outside of the US as she and others were caught on vacation in the Bahamas around the holidays. The D'Amelio sisters were caught on vacation at a resort in the Bahamas with Chase Hudson, Noah Beck, Avani Gregg, and others. When fans were outraged at the TikToker's trip outside of the US, Charli and Dixie's dad came forward to issue a statement saying that it was a family trip and that Charli had nothing to do with it, but the issue still stands that the family, as well as the other influencers, took an unnecessary trip. Like I said before, a lot of fans are holding their idols accountable for their actions during this time, so maybe these influencers getting exposed was enough to get them to all take the pandemic a little bit more seriously. At number 2, Amber Heard. Amber Heard is another celebrity that got exposed this year, but not for what you might think. Last year we saw Amber in the news getting exposed for her relationship with Johnny Depp, but this year we're seeing her getting exposed for lying. As some of you may recall, when Johnny and Amber first divorced, they reached a settlement of about $7 million to be paid to Amber, and when she received that money, she claimed that she would split the money and donate it to 2 charities, the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles and the American Civil Liberties Union. Now Johnny Depp has called her out for lying about donating the money and claims that she really just pocketed most of the money. Though Johnny's lawyers tried speaking to the ACLU about Amber's donation, they never got a comment, but the Children's Hospital said that the donation that they received from Amber was a total of $100,000, much less than the $3.5 million that she promised them. Amber has now been exposed for lying, and fans have begun to turn on the actress, as if they haven't done that already. And finally, at number 1, Armie Hammer. Recently, Armie Hammer has made headlines after some alleged DMs came out about him, which showed that Armie was into some interesting things. Literally, what even is 2021? An Instagram account named House of Effie exposed these alleged DMs from Armie to a mystery recipient that detailed his fantasies of certain things that really aren't appropriate for YouTube, but I think you might know what I'm talking about. These screenshots were apparently from women from 2016 to 2020. Since these messages were so graphic and unconventional, this scandal ultimately led to Armie stepping down from his role in an upcoming film with Jennifer Lopez. Armie has referred to these screenshots as BS claims and vicious attacks, but people are now left wondering who these recipients are, and I'm sure it won't be too long until those individuals are also exposed. Now, before I wrap things up, I want you guys to tell me what you're looking forward to this year. Some of us might still be stuck in lockdown, like me, but that doesn't mean you can't still have fun. Whether it's a new hobby that you want to start up or a special event that you're looking forward to, what is going to make your 2020 special? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I've been your host, Brie Room, and until next time, stay safe, do something kind for someone today, and stay groovy, friends. This is the case with beauty guru, The influencer was exposed on TikTok where her fans posted a photo. At number 3, Charli D'Amelio. Much like Nikita Dragun, who